Number 15. Chimpanzee vs. Drone. Yet again, a drone has accidentally caught something creepy on video that you'd rather not know about, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The drone in this video is flying overhead when a chimpanzee shatters it out of the sky using a stick. Once on the ground, the chimp pokes and prods the broken drone, but is soon disinterested. The thing that's so creepy about this video is that the chimp wielded his weapon with such deftness that it's frightening at how quickly this ape figured out how to take down and break this piece of technology. The use of the stick as a weapon in this context was a unique action. A primatologist who studied the video said, and later added, it seemed deliberate given the decision to collect it and carry it to a place where the drone might be attacked. Number 14. The psycho in a SWAT uniform. In a small town in Texas, a church fitness class had begun one April morning in 2016. The attendees walked in only to find that someone had taken the instructor's life. 45-year-old Terry Bevers was found on the floor. There were no leads except for this security footage. You may think the person in this footage is someone here to help, but it's actually worn by whoever committed this terrible act. The culprit wore a full SWAT uniform, going room to room in the church, possibly looking for more victims. To this day, this person's identity remains a mystery. Number 13. Creepy nanny cam. A nanny cam at a family home in Queens, New York caught something terrifying creeping about their house. It turns out that an intruder crept in while the homeowners were sleeping and slipped from one room to the next, looking for valuables to take. This is where the nanny cam caught the burglar, who entered, took a few steps, then dropped to his knees, proceeding to crawl on all fours with a knife in his mouth. Atop the dresser, the thief comes across his first and only cash, a Samsung S6 cell phone, which he is able to grab. The burglar eyes the phone after swiping it, and that's where this video ends. It was only when one of the housemates woke with a startle that the intruder fled the scene. The housemates now take extra safety precautions in their home, making sure the doors and windows are locked at night. We've learned a lesson, said one housemate. It's a bad thing that has turned into a good thing. Number 12. A flying horse. Shot in Saudi Arabia, this video captured what appeared to be a flying horse during a light storm. Some believe it to be the Al-Buraq, which is a mythological creature of Islamic culture. The Buraq supposedly has wings, which the video's horse does not. But of course, that doesn't prevent the mythical leaning to propose this. The people shooting the video are freaked out over the event, though the silhouette of the horse is a bit creepy and sinister with the lightning and thunder filling the sky around him. It would certainly be a sight to see. Is this a true sighting of a mythical steed, or is the lightning playing tricks on us? What do you think? Number 11. Burglar watches couple sleeping. Have you ever felt like someone was watching you while you slept? The truth is, they might be. A couple in Bucktown, Chicago, discovered an intruder had crept into their home to take their valuables and to watch them creepily as they snoozed on the sofa. He was captured on a security camera gazing at the couple, Jordan and Jack, from the upstairs balcony while they slept below on their couch during a Netflix binge. It was only when Jack said to his girlfriend, "Why are you at the top of the stairs wearing a white hoodie before we went to bed?" And she answered, "I wasn't at the top of the stairs," that the pair started to freak out. The intruder stood over them, watching for nearly 5 minutes the first go around. Then he went back to snooping through the couple's things, only to return and gaze at them for another 5 minutes. The intruder is believed to have burglarized other neighborhood homes. He managed to get into the house through their bedroom balcony door, which they left open. In fact, he was so light on his feet that the couple's dogs didn't even budge. They slept the whole while at their owner's feet. What valuables did he take? As it turns out, only Jordan's purse. In fact, this was the reason the couple watched the surveillance video in the first place. They'd gotten into an argument about where Jordan had left the purse. Jack suggested she'd forgotten it at the restaurant they'd gone to the previous night. Jordan insisted she'd brought it home. Moral of the story, binge watching Netflix is more unsafe than you'd think. Number 10. Smiling Ghost Shark. When Gulf of Mexico explorers ventured deep below the sea, they may not have been expecting to get creeped out from what they found down there. The EV Nautilus was able to capture footage of a ghost shark, also called a chimera, near Grenada in the Caribbean. Ghost sharks are rarely seen, as they're usually too deep, anywhere from 8,500 feet to around 650 feet. For marine communities to capture on film, and this particular ghost shark was even rarer, as it had an eerie smile and was riddled with parasites. To capture this amount of creepiness on video underwater is quite a feat. A team member said, "He looks like he's smiling. It's like a Joker smile. Don't know about you, but I'd cringe to be on the receiving end of this smile." Number 9. Deer Park School Ghost. Deer Park School in Cork, Ireland is known for unsettling activities, but it wasn't until a CCTV camera at the 19th century school caught something creepy there that was visual proof that ghosts really do haunt the place. The CCTV footage showed a locker blowing open, doors swinging on their own accord, and furniture moving around. The haunted school dates back to 1828. The unexplained events that have occurred there ever since have often been attributed to ghosts. The new footage, caught by motion-activated cameras that were installed at Deer Park, seems to confirm the haunting. Obviously, we were alerted to movement in the school, and when we went back to review the movement, Principal Kevin Barry said, but he admits that if the event was caused by living, breathing people, they would have triggered the motion sensors approaching the area. Those weren't triggered. Cue the chills. Number 8. The Witch of the Mexican Hills. On May 17th, 2006 at 8:12 p.m., the Monterrey Witch of Mexico was caught on video flying just above the Mexican hills. She glides above the ground, just as you would imagine a witch to fly through the air, floating through the sky serenely. There's a good several yards between her and the hills below, with plenty of blue between. After the clear view of her dark shape against the skyline, her profile is shown as a white speck against the green hills as she skates across a canyon. The video goes on for a good 2 minutes, and it doesn't appear to be a hoax as the being traverses the cliffs. The figure is tall and cylindrical, flying across a very windy canyon, which makes some UFO researchers believe that it can't be normal. It must be paranormal. Diana Perla Chapa, a UFO group leader and researcher from Monterrey and a popular Mexican TV host and UFO investigator, confirms this. Experts say that there is no way something could move so steadily because it's a very windy canyon, she said, speaking at the Mutual UFO Network of Los Angeles conference. Number 7. The Diplomat Hotel Ghost. The Diplomat Hotel in Baguio City is an abandoned and supposedly haunted structure in the Philippines. The city government is now rehabilitating the place, hoping it will draw in tourists, and it does appear haunted, standing on Dominican Heritage Hill in Nature Park from the Diplomat Hotel. The city spreads out below it, while a stone crucifix stands in the patio on the second floor of the building. When the hotel was still in operation, strange sounds were heard throughout the area, and headless apparitions were seen there. Employees and guests alike claim to have seen these specters. Many believe they are the ghosts of those priests and nuns that had their heads taken off by the Japanese during WW2. The cries of infants are also heard here, and many believe this is because the Japanese forces were merciless in taking the lives of all. babies included. There are a number of videos online by tourists claiming that they'd accidentally caught something creepy here in this haunted location, but this video is the creepiest one. Enjoy. Number 6. Ghost attack in Chile. A woman by the name of Cecilia Carasso in Chile strode past the reception desk at a law office in 2015 when she was attacked by something invisible. As you watch the CCTV video, Cecilia is strolling with a young woman towards the reception desk when she reportedly felt something push her with such force that it caused her to fall backwards hard. You can see Cecilia chatting with the woman and gesturing at something when suddenly, out of nowhere, she falls flat on her back. She doesn't just slip, she absolutely appears as though she was pushed. I wasn't aware of anyone in front of me as I passed the reception desk talking to a girl, and as I looked up towards the receptionist, I suddenly felt 2 pairs of hands shove me over, Cecilia said. She later added, "I hit the floor, and when I looked up, I couldn't see anybody, and I thought they must have run off." When Cecilia asked the receptionist who had pushed her, she was told that nobody had. Cecilia didn't believe the receptionist until she was shown footage of the incident. After seeing it, she was sure that she had been the victim of a ghost attack since there was absolutely nobody around her. Cecilia's doctors reported that her injuries were consistent with a fall, but that she'd also received a large blow to the head, which may have caused confusion about what she felt and about her injuries, but that doesn't explain what happened in this creepy CCTV footage. Number 5. Mysterious ball of light. A synagogue in Ukraine captured something absolutely creepy and mysterious. A brilliant ball of light floating ominously near the synagogue wall. The authentic video shows the ball of light floating down to hover, swaying back and forth slightly in one place. It stays there for a moment, glowing its mystery, until it flies upward again, disappearing forevermore. The ball of light isn't a perfectly circular orb. In fact, it looks almost gelatinous, as its shape changes slightly in its hovering, with protuberances bulging slightly here and there. So what is this light? What could it be? Scientists are baffled and can't seem to find any explanation for it, leaving explanations up to popular opinion. These opinions range from a lightning ball to a reflection of infrared light to someone's very soul. Jewish people were ordered to gather here before they were sent off to camps in WW2, so the possibility of it being someone's soul looks promising. I wouldn't be surprised if souls abounded here. The truth is, we'll likely never know what was the source of this light, and we probably weren't meant to know. Number 4. Another ghost attack. If you've ever wondered what an angry ghost might look like, check out this ghost attack that was accidentally captured on a CCTV camera. In the black and white footage, 2 male friends are walking down a stairwell at what appears to be a school or dormitory. One of the friends has his hand on the other's shoulder. They walk down the first flight of stairs just fine, but as they approach the second flight, the boy who is leading suddenly flies back, falling onto the floor. It's not as though he lost his footing or even tripped. He clearly ran into some powerful evil force that flung him back. The pair looked frightened and do not continue down the second flight. Instead, they scurry back towards the wall and scramble to the other side, launching up the stairs to safety. Note the shadow on the left wall as they begin to head down the stairs. The shadow appears to be the boy's, but as he starts to be attacked, it could very well be the shadow of the ghost or the ghost itself attacking him. And as the pair race back upstairs, the shadow stays creepily on the back wall, lurking there until its next victim unknowingly approaches. Ghost possession at a store. In yet another CCTV video, a ghost possesses a woman at a store in China. In the video, you see a package fall on its own accord from the third shelf, It could have just been stuff there, teetering on the edge, causing it to fall at the slightest breeze. Although it doesn't appear to be teetering, that's certainly a possibility. But what's strange is it appears to move for a moment before actually taking the leap, leading a skeptical onlooker to consider that it may also be something paranormal. What happens next will make you think the same thing. A female shopper, surprised by the sound of the package falling, turns to look. Being considerate, she walks back, picks up the package, looks at it, and sets it back on the third shelf. The shopper drops the other package she's holding, as the possession seems to take complete control over her body. With one hand on the package, her head flings back and falls forward, back and forward, back and forward, as if in seizure. She manages to pry her hand from the packaging and turns her back towards it, but her body and mind are fully possessed. The demon takes control of her until another female shopper alerts staffers for help. They are seen gathered around her, trying to subdue her, but she won't be subdued. Her body seizes suddenly again, and the camera even seizes for a moment, as the three surrounding the woman are launched back by the demon's energy. We don't know what happened to the woman, whether the demon fled her body at this moment, or if it still possesses her today. Number 2. Don't go in the water. With the advent of drones comes the knowledge of creepy creatures lurking in our midst that we wish we'd never seen or known about in the first place. The footage shows the bird's eye view of an Australian beach. At first, it seems beautiful and tranquil. A surfer bends across the waves at complete peace and harmony with the water. But look closely, and just a few meters away from the surfer are two circling sharks waiting to tear him limb from limb. Did your gut drop? Mine did. The surfer in question survived, but this footage just goes to show that those of us who are Jaws fearful very much have reason to be. Sharks are there, even when they're invisible to the naked eye. See, sometimes knowledge is powerfully scary. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. Also, I recently created a subreddit where you can submit videos and stories for future lists. It's r/chillsnarrator, and the link is in the description below. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new videos we upload every Tuesday and Saturday. If English isn't the only language you speak and you're interested in getting a shout out, click more, then add translations. By translating the video, not only will more people be able to watch it, but a link to your channel will be added in the description. Number 1. Chupacabra. This creepy footage, shot in Portugal, of a strange beast that has some wondering if the chupacabra is actually real, and if this footage is finally proof of its existence. What's the chupacabra? According to Wikipedia, the chupacabra is a legendary creature in the folklore of parts of the Americas, with its first purported sighting reported in Puerto Rico. Chupacabra literally translates to goat sucker in Spanish, so when this creature was caught hunkering through the desert, it certainly turned some heads. The clip only lasts a few seconds before the odd, mannish creature disappears behind a bush. Some see the video as definitive proof that the chupacabra is real, while others question the video's authenticity. Still others believe it's not the chupacabra. It's just your average everyday CGI. Whatever the case, it has been viewed thousands of times, so it's certainly struck up interest. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of our other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy!